Alrighty, Speed Addicts, I'm back out here at the garage. I was starting on the fuel assembly, but I want to take a break. So let's start running the battery lines from the front fuse box of the engine bay to the back of the vehicle. Super knowledge from the experts that's been doing this since '94. Battery wire gauge of choice is 0 gauge. I know this is pretty daggone big, but the guy that is gonna be tuning this has a tremendous amount of knowledge on the 2J and the Supra, and whatever he recommends, we're gonna do. Okay, how the Supra came from factory is the battery sit right here. This is the ground lug. There was another lug on it that looked identical to this, but it was for the positive side of the battery. It went to these two junctions here. One of these lines go down to the starter. The other one goes up here and powers up the fuse box. What I decided to do is take a nut and bolt those two together. This wiring kit that I believe we got off of Amazon or eBay came with this. All I did was crimp one of these right here onto the end of this. I put that over top of it just because it looked pretty. I like red. And like I said, I used a nut and bolt. I secured it. I tightened it up pretty tight. I had some tangs on the ends that I cut off with the 4.5-inch grinder. And I got my heat shrink ready to overlap that and heat up. Anytime I get an opportunity to grab a wiring harness for free, I do so. And the reason I do so is because of stuff like this. My buddy Dusty over at Dusty's Performance over in Raleigh. Check him out if you want your vehicle to be done extremely well, by the book, torque to spec and everything. Anyways, this stuff came off of a Volkswagen. It's some kind of like heat protectant. As you can tell, it's got like some kind of fiberglass type of material on the inside. The exterior is like looks almost like it's flame retardant. I'm gonna try to use it. I think it's gonna look good. So let's go ahead and install that. That's the end result. I mean, it don't look the prettiest, but I mean, it's straight. I mean, it don't matter what happened. Fuel, fire.
Oh man, the building is on fire.
2-step. Coronavirus. This joker is protected. This is what I got to disconnect. It's already disconnected from the front. We're not gonna need this anymore, so I'm gonna have to remove this plastic covering, figure out which hard line that we don't need, and go ahead and remove that. Starting to take this thing down. It's a couple of 10mm bolts, and then it's got these little clips right here. I know it's hard to tell, but it's got a little clip that you kind of have to compress and then gently pull all this down. Check out this fuel filter real quick. This joker looks just like a Honda fuel filter with the banjo fit and everything on the top. They're gonna part number in case some of y'all boys still want to stay OEM, but this puppy right here is ashy. This joker looked like David Chappelle in that one skit where he looked like he was doing crack or something. Yeah, this joker look like it ain't never been changed. Every time I take this line out of each one of these clips, look at that junk. Well, I'm so glad that I'm smart. So glad I'm so smart. Hey, you know what? I was wrong. Y'all did look out for your boy Toyota. So this is the hard line section right here. And then it goes to this union, and then this is all soft line. So snaking that out right there shouldn't be a problem. So let's go ahead and finish taking out this hard line. All right, and now that I got the hard lines and the regulator and all the fuel lines out of the way, I went ahead and snaked this line, curled it backwards. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in between, it's hard to see down there, but I'm gonna put it in between the block and the driver's side motor mount. Let me raise it up and show you what it looked like from the bottom. All right, let me show you what we're working with. It's not the finished product, of course. Like I mentioned before, I think I'm gonna snake it in between the block and that motor mount. Of course, the finished product is not gonna be rubbing on stuff. I'll probably actually put a piece of hose over it, zip tie it down. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run it alongside of here. Use a couple of bushing clamps. I got a spot right there that I can use for a bushing clamp. I got a couple bolts that's coming through that I can use a bushing clamp and nut. Snake it right over the rear subframe. And then I believe I'm gonna try to go in through that. I don't even know what you wanna call that, but it's a hole. I think I'm gonna go in through there. Might drill something over here and use this grommet that it came with. And we decided to do our own hole. This was the grommet that it came with. So, but yeah, I'll show you the finished product. It's probably not gonna be in this video though. All right, guys, we're about to head over to Brian's house. I got to pick up a PO6 for the Prelude because I got plans on doing something special with that. And then also right over here around Johnson County, all my boys, man, I don't know what's going on, but there is a go-kart slash mini bike frenzy going on. So we're gonna go over there and check out what he's playing with also. Hang out. Pulled up on Brian and he pulled out of his driver. Let's see if we can get him to do some kind of pool or something. That joker ready, boy. Batman, you gonna ride it?
I don't know.
I ain't riding. Hey, look, I ain't riding nothing until y'all show me how it's done.
I don't want to break my stuff.
Yeah, cause if it ain't got no brakes, I'm scared of. Hey, you need this. Hold up. You got bolts falling out. Hold up.
Oh no, it's fine.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's in the cover.
Yeah, but what if that joker?
Back them out.
Yeah, what if it come out and then get wedged in there? What if it get wedged in there and lock the brakes
I'm
up?
the clutch cover right now.
Oh, okay.
That just holds the clutch cover in.
Yeah, now I get a good look at what the clutch cover look like, because mine is rusty. Does he know it fell off? What it do, roll up under the car?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, it's wedged up under my muffler. He look real scared driving around with no brakes.
That thing will throw really on you hard.
I believe it. Put a Honda motor in it. Remember that?
Yeah. Harbor Freight, baby.
Hey, that's that Predator, boy. Coming in hot. Joker coming in hot. I know, boy, they wish they could start working today. I'm gonna see if I can adjust this mug. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna take my mechanical experience and figure this out. Where the hey, I don't see no Allens for the middle though.
Hold up. You gotta turn it on. Oh snap! It's deep! Run in light now. Hey! Oh! Yo! I told you it was light.
Dang, bro, I'm done, man. I'm done. Yo, I'm done. I hit my daggone toe. I almost lost control of that choker, dude. What the heck, man?
You almost hit Grimace.
Oh, did, boy. That just hurt my chin.
I'm gonna tell you about his wheelies.
Yeah, man. I ain't know, dude. That mug, golly, boy.
And then he went in the grass.
He fell on it?
Yeah. Yeah. He dented the front fender, the filter came off.
Bro, that mess, I don't know what I did wrong, but I hit my toe. And I got steel toe boots, man. I think my toe is bruised. I know my heart is.
Oh God! Oh yeah! What the?
See, look, the clutch is working on this thing. Working now, that's all it needs. Hey, hold on. Is the brake working?
There's no belt. It ain't gonna do anything.
Is that all it needs? So all it needs is fuel. Man, what are you talking about, bro? What, you just clean this tank?
That tank is nasty.
Or
it's all it's not worth it.
I got another one.
take that tank off. Look, let's take that tank off and just dump that junk out, and then spray brake cleaner there and swish that junk around. You got what? A vap what?
Evaporust.
A Vaporust.
That's what it's called.
Man, that junk ain't gonna work. You need
That's good. That's what I did my gas.
what, a Vaporust? Yeah, but that junk ain't gonna beat that up. Cause you see that junk coming out, that look like Pepsi coming out of there, dude.
Smell like paint thinner.
Hey, huh?
Yeah, paint thinner, dog.
You?
Well, hell, smell this one.
No, I don't smell it, bro. Before you get coronavirus.
Don't say that.
Yeah, it is, cause that junk is everywhere. Jokers is getting that junk everywhere, man. You can't even sit on the public bathroom toilet no more in peace and watch YouTube as you pooping without getting the coronavirus. The coronavirus. The invisible death ticket. The coronavirus.
Oh, you squint when you do it. You good.
I told you.
This is Eric, by the way.
So,
This is Brian's co-worker?
co-worker, brother-in-law.
Brother-in-law, that's right. Yeah, brother-in-law.
Yeah.
You probably see a lot more of him on the channel.
Just don't stop. You don't stop pulling.
Yeah, I was modulating the gas.
Oh, yeah.
I think I should have went to 4, so I probably was at like 80 or 90 or something. Alright, this is 30. I'm trying to get better with it. I try to like purposely lose traction and trying to like learn how to keep it straight. There's been a few times where it'll break traction when I don't expect it, like 60 or 70.
Whoops.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, I'm scared I'm gonna be in a ditch. Alrighty, we made it back to the house. As you can tell, we had a lot of fun over at Brian's house. We took Eric for a ride in the 240. You see me almost break my neck on that little bitty pocket bike or mini bike. And we also picked up the PO6 for the Prelude. So I'm gonna have to chip this, add VTEC. I got a video of that coming soon. But it's nighttime. Until then, see you on the next episode of Speed Addicts Garage.